Hello everyone, I'm Shweta. Welcome to my channel Analytics by Shweta. In today's video, we will learn how to find out the top salaried employees. That is, who are the employees who are earning the highest salaries in our data set. Let us have a look at our data model. Our data model has two tables, the country table which is connected to our employee data table in a one-to-many relationships. Let's start by creating our first measure. As we want to calculate the top employees who are earning the highest salaries, we first need to calculate our total salary. So let's create a measure called as total salary. This would be the sum of the compensation column in our employee data table. Let's just approve this measure. Let us add a table visual onto our report and add the employee name on the report and the total salary. Let us just sort the total salary. This table gives us the list of all the employee names along with their total salary. Now to calculate the top salaried employees, we will be using the TopN function. Let us create a new measure. Name it as top salary. We will use the calculate function and use the total salary measure which we had created earlier. Next, we will use the TopN function. The first requirement of the TopN is to give the number of records we want to show the top values for. As in the example, we want the top 3 values, we would be writing 3 over here. Next, we need to specify the table name as we want the name to be retrieved of the employees who have the highest salary. We will be using the all, and from the employee data table, we will be using the full name of the employee. The next is the measure which we want to rank. We will use the total salary over here. And last is the order in which we want to rank. So we use the descending function over here. Now, as the all function removes all the context filters from the data, we need to add the context back to the data, and hence we will be using the values function over here and bring back the context on the employee name. I will explain to you further why are we using the values function. Just approve this measure and let us create a new table. Just put the table over here, add the employee name and add the top salary measure which we had created just now. Now if you see, this table gives us the top 3 employees and their salaries. This top 3 employees is across the organization. That is, it is irrespective of departments, irrespective of country. Now just move both the tables over here. Duplicate this table, and in this table let us also add the country. Let's just move the country on top and sort the country. Now if you look at this table, this gives us the top 3 employees per country. Now if you remember, in the top salary we had put a function as values employee data full name. Now let's see what happens if we do not use this. Let's create a duplicate of this measure, create a new measure, paste it, and we will write it is without values. And let us just delete the values and close it and approve this. Let us create a slicer for country. We add a slicer and we add the country onto it. We do not require this, so just remove it from our report and move the country here. Now, let us move this table also here. Let us create a new table. Let us add the country and let us add our normal top salary details over here. This top salary which we added is the one which has the values employee data in it. Now, our other measure, top salary without values, does not have the values employee data name. Now, we will add this measure onto this matrix and see what is the difference between our top salary which has the values and the top salary which doesn't have the values. So let's just add the top salary which doesn't have the values. Now, if you look at this table, we do not have 3 employees per country. We have all the employee details. And if you see here, the top salary without values gives us a same number across for France. If we filter across for Germany, we will see the same number over here. And same is the case for Italy or any other countries. Now, what is this number? This number which you see here is the sum of the top 3 salaries for this country. If you see this table over here, we see that France has 555606 as its value. And in this table, the same number is repeated across for all the records for France. Similarly, in Germany, we have this value 278587 as the sum of the top 3 salaried employees. If you filter this table and look over here, in Germany, all these 3 records are showing the same number. So when you use values, you will get each employee's salary along with it, but it would be filtered by the top range what we have given. But we do not give values. What will happen is it will sum of those values and show it against each. So it depends on the case on what you want and how you want to use it. If you want to show the sum of the top 3 salaries across the countries, then you will be using this. But if you want individual employees and their rank to be shown in a tabular structure, we would be using the values. Now, if you look at this table, it shows the country and the sum of the top 3 salaries by each and every country. And the 63694 is the overall top 3 salaries. The overall top 3 salaries means the salary of these 3 employees. Now let's go to this matrix and put the same measure over here, the top salary without values. If you look over here, we get the same values as it is essentially the same thing which we are retrieving. That is the sum of the top 3 employees per country. Let us clean up our sheet a bit. Let us remove the top salary without values from this table and also from this table. Now we are back to where we started, which is the 3 countries and the 3 employees in each country. Now, let us move further. Now, if you look at the grand total, 636394 is the sum of the top 3 employees across the organization. That is, it is irrespective of department, gender, grade, country, or any other parameter. But if you look over here, we again get 636394. But the sum of all these top salaries is not equal to 636394. This happens because in Power BI, in matrix grand totals, there is no filter associated. So this is looking at the overall top 3 employees, and that is the reason we get this figure. But what we want here is the sum of all these values. To do that, we need to create a new measure. Let us create a new measure. Let us name it as top salary sum. We will use the SUMX function. We will use the summarize. Then we'll use the employee data table. And in the employee data, we will take the full name column. And in the country table, we will take the country column. We will then use the top salary measure which we had created earlier. Let us just close this function and approve this measure. Let us add this measure onto our matrix. So this is the matrix where we would be adding it. Now if you see, the totals are different. This 1867707 is the sum of all the top 3 values per country, and this is what we want for our visualization. This measure also works if we use filters. If you see filtering on Germany, it shows the top 3 records of Germany, and this total is the sum of these 3 records. So in this way, you can create a TopN function in Power BI. Now in this function, we had hard-coded the value 3 for our top salary. This is a value which is not efficient, as if we want to change it, we have to go each time over here and change this value. So we can create a parameter in Power BI so that we can make this more dynamic. To create a parameter, we would go to modeling and new parameter. Let us give it a parameter name. So we will name it as top N required. For minimum we will give 1, and for maximum we will give 10, and create. So this creates a slider onto our report. As we move the slider, we see a number represented here. We will use this number and connect it to our top salary measure which we have created. So let's go to the top salary measure, and where we have written the 3, just use the top N required value and approve this measure. Now the slider across, you will see that the number of employees shown here increases. We are at top employee 1. So it shows only 1 employees per country. As we move it across at 6, it says top 6 employees per country, and the report changes accordingly. So if you see in France, we have 6 employees, in Germany, we have 6 employees, and in this way, we can make our report more dynamic by attaching a parameter slider and mapping it in the TopN function. I hope you understood how you use the TopN function, and also how you rectified the grand total errors which are seen in matrix visuals. This is very important, as it can show incorrect information if you do not correct the grand totals which is shown in the matrix. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for more updates. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.